Hello, everybody there at the One World, One Home Summit in conjunction with the No Hate Speech organisation. My name is Russell Brand. I'm a comedian and actor and writer and former young person myself. And I was due to be there today. My apologies for not making it there. Events in Germany have made travel complicated. The topic is global transformation through personal transformation. Shubhamarita, Vivek, Nat explained to me this is one of the defining ideas of your summit. And while there may not be many things that I feel particularly qualified to talk about, transformation of the self is, well, I suppose I'll tell you my story and you can then judge for yourself whether or not I'm qualified to talk about it. As a person growing up in a Northern European materialistic secular democracy, in my case the United Kingdom, a place called Essex in the south, one is involuntarily, insidiously and almost unobservably inculcated into materialism and the kind of bogus idea that you can solve your problems through acquiring things. As long as I can remember, I felt slightly outside of whatever the main deal was. I felt kind of excluded from school, which eventually led to me being physically excluded from school. I used to just get in trouble at school. I found school quite difficult, as a matter of fact. I didn't like it there. I wasn't particularly happy at school. I found family life quite difficult, and I found I suppose I vacillated between being really excited by culture and really alienated by culture. At different times in my life, I felt that I could make myself feel better through eating food, watching pornography, making women be attracted to me, getting into relationships, being addicted to crack, heroin, alcohol, marijuana, speed, religion. I mean, I've tried quite a lot of things. I've tried quite a lot of external material things to make myself feel better, quite a lot of behaviours to make myself feel better. And do you think that there's something to be said for those kind of feelings, those feelings that you can solve your inner problems through outward means? Do you think that it's likely that there's a correlation between me feeling that as an individual and possibly some of you feeling that as individuals and a culture that broadcasts that message continually? If you look at our time now, we've got like in American politics, there's sort of Donald Trump, who's this incredible grotesque. But I think that a grotesque is simply an exaggeration of something that exists in all of us. This American political landscape is, for so long, has exaggerated and exploited the differences between people, that it's created a landscape where someone can come along and capitalise on that, Donald Trump being the uber individual that's done it. My own country, Britain, has opted to leave the European Union. You know, there's a lot of sense of division. There's a lot of people that appear to me to be suffering from sort of social illnesses and mental illnesses, carrying out attacks and then retrospectively accrediting them to extreme religious ideologies. It seems like a baffling time. And this idea that personal transformation is the answer, for me, seems apposite, because there's something about this mechanical, materialistic world which will not work to solve the inner yearning, this drive for connection that many of us feel, this drive for connection that Amma herself communicates so simply as love and willingness to bring people closer together. My understanding is that people that are growing up now intuitively, instinctively, inherently somehow understand what's happening, have a better understanding of people that are my age, that are more willing to reach across to other cultures. But the problem we have is that the intellectual high ground is dominated by atheism. Atheism is a form of materialism. If we can't demonstrate it empirically, double blind, prove it's there, then it's not there. The problem with believing in a mechanical model of the world, believing that a person is kind of like a robot and a brain is kind of like a computer, is it sort of deprives us of meaning. It deprives us of absolute connection. Now, the name of your summit there, One World, One Home, for me identifies a key idea. We are in infinite time, we are in eternal space, and we're all living on this one mass together, on this one world, this one home. That most of the divisions that we see, most of the divisions that we experience are constructs. The no hate speech movement, I don't know very much about it, but it seems, like in my own life, I think, you know what I try and do these days? First I had to give up drugs and alcohol, and then I had to look at my attitude to sex and look at the way that I was using food. And now I try to look at my thoughts as the first layer of the material world. The small, minute, energetic thought forms that pass through my consciousness, I try to look at them as the beginning of the material world. When I feel judgmental or negative or afraid, even like making a little video like this, it's possible for me to think, oh, I hope this video is good enough. What about people that only recognise me from celebrity things or things from my past? And my spiritual life has taught me to kind of let go of those ideas, let go of what other people think of me, let go of what other people feel about me, and most importantly of all, to try to let go of the idea that my job here on this planet is to find different ways of fulfilling myself, of making myself happy, to recognise that service is a vital component of an individual's lives. Too much time, I think, is spent on this mechanical idea of us as individuals fulfilling our basic primal drives. Those primal drives can only get us so far. One could achieve a kind of transcendent connection with an infinite oneness that's within all of us, within each of us, that we can connect with each other in a different way, that collectively we can have a different kind of power, that the material world, the manifest world, is a projection of the inner experience of many of us. The world is built from our intuitions, our thoughts, our feelings. That there is a deeply fulfilling connection to be made within yourself, within others, and within the world. And it's simpler and more beautiful than you can ever imagine. I think this is a time of awakening. I think the illusion is beginning to, what do I want to say, dissolve, dissipate. Maybe people my age and older are still a little spellbound and hypnotised, but you, the young people, you that are awakening, you're beginning to sense that if the world is a manifestation of our inner lives, of our thoughts and our dreams, then we can take authorship, we can design new worlds, we can communicate from new realms, we can achieve new goals together. This is a time where there is much fear, a time where there is much scepticism, much cynicism, confusion and hatred. It is our job, I think, to step back from this, to connect with one another, and to acknowledge that love and creativity are the most powerful forces in our universe. Everything that is here, everything that is manifest, is on some level the result of love. We are being carried by invisible forces, both inner and outer, that love us, that want to nourish us, and we can become a conduit, a vessel, a channel for this energy, if we are willing to attune to it, if through a commitment to personal change, if through a commitment to personal integrity, we are willing to go within ourselves, to connect with people on the level of love, then it's possible to create a completely different world. I want to continue to transform and to learn and to grow with you, and I wish you all the best. I'm sorry that I'm not there with you, and well, good luck learning from one another. Good luck on your journey. I hope we get to meet each other along the way. Namaste, I'm sending you kisses and love. Have fun.